Yo, yo, yo. It's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about why semen retention works if you wanna transcend into your superior self, and why you'll attract very high quality, let's say, women and people in general when you're on retention. Now, you'll transcend into your superior self. All of a sudden, you'll start noticing, if you go on semen retention and you start becoming more aggressive in, like, let's say, your workouts. You start being more aggressive in, say, your income. You start being more aggressive in let's say, how you just carry yourself. You start taking a little bit more risk. You stop playing it safe for a little bit, and then you might even start going all out. You might just risk it just for the sake of, to see what happens. This is how your mentality will become when you go on semen retention. When you relapse, or if you relapse recently, or you're on PMO, and you're on PMO, what's going to happen is that you're not going to take risks. You're going to play it safe. You're going to have a fear consciousness. You're going to think everyone's out to get you. You're going to become the victim. You're going to give yourself excuses. You're going to say things are always like this, so what's the point of even trying to change? You're going to be a shell of your real self, because the Most High does not respond to weak men. He only responds to men who have belief in themselves. Weak men are not does not correspond with the Most High. He doesn't. They're not on the same wavelength. They can't coincide with each other. So you have to, if you really want to make, let's say, maybe even significant change, and you want things to maybe manifest for you, maybe you want to attract more people in your life, maybe you want to attract women in your life, maybe you want to attract a very profitable business so you're not a slave to the 9 to 5, or you want to just do something that you're really passionate about. When you go on retention and you have that core belief that whatever your habitual thought is, will manifest into the reality, then, and you carry out your actions corresponding to your dominant thoughts and vibration, what's going to happen is, and you start visualizing what you want, what's going to start happening is, like, your life will slowly morph and transcend into the life that you really want it to become. It'll slowly just morph. You'll start getting nudges of things that you need to do. People may start crossing your path and then talk about something that you were thinking about maybe 2 weeks ago, and now the opportunity presents itself. Whatever was staying on your mind, whatever you were contemplating about, whatever you were thinking about maybe a week ago, starts, let's say, manifesting itself in the acts of people talking, overhearing someone talk about it. Maybe you see a commercial about something, or someone in the past just hits you up or something like that. Now, the Most High doesn't only responds to men who are strong in themselves and who believe in themselves. This victim mentality, this everyone's out to get me, this fear consciousness, this poverty is reality, this disease is reality, that we never catch good breaks type of mentality, this negative limitation reality is not the truth. It's not the truth. It's an illusion, and if you think it's the truth, then you're basically living a lie, and you're not living your true divine self. Now, to attract, let's say, higher quality women and, let's say, higher quality situations, you're going to have to become a higher quality individual. Like there's no, this isn't new. You're gonna get the same sort of unless you're happy with your current situation, you're gonna get, your life is gonna be sort of a clockwork of the same things happening over and over again until you start taking action for a different sort of reality. You're gonna get the same situations. If there's, let's say, if there's a woman that you really want to attract, but you're too scared to, let's say, talk to her or even try to do anything to get her to notice you, you're often going to be overlooked, and you're obviously going to be sad because you're not getting what you really want. And people just let their lives pass by on and on and on and on again, and don't really ever really get what they really want because they let fear dictate their actions. They're too scared. They make excuses. They make excuses on why things can't happen. They say, oh, it's an L, so I just might as well just leave it alone and don't do anything about it. This is called submission. You can't submit to life. You have to try to put up an effort, and then when it's time to, let's say, move on or do something else, then you'll know. But you can't just give up as soon as the first sign of resistance. This is how 95%ers think. This is how a majority of people think. If there's a block in the space-time continuum, they think, oh, I can't do anything about it. Let's just leave it like it is, and maybe something different will happen maybe in the future. But the man who has a clear and definite purpose and is always consistently doing some sort of habit to make himself a little bit better each and every day, will somehow just end up with what he really wants in the end. There's no hoopla. This is cause and effect. This is the law of cause and effect. There's a law of cause and effect. There is a law of karma. If maybe someone did you wrong, maybe in the past, they did something, maybe a girl did you wrong, maybe a guy did you wrong, and what's going to happen is, if your intentions are righteous and they did you wrong in the past, what's going to happen is somehow you're going to end up getting even through no effort of your own. It's just how some things kind of it's kind of how things just work out. It's called the law of karma. Like an example, I was working at this job this is maybe a couple years ago, and there was this guy who was giving me problems about, he was just very quarrelsome. He just wanted to fight for some reason, and he was my partner, and we were working together and stuff. And then I argued about him to my manager, and that was that. And then eventually he got fired. He got kicked off because he was doing something wrong that he wasn't supposed to do during work hours. See, this is what happens when people start doing you, let's say, wrong, or things are not correct. If you just let go and you let an outside circumstance, the Most High, deal with it, then eventually it's going to work out in the end. But people, the first sign of something's not right, they panic. They say, what am I going to do? They try to fix it immediately, and they come to conclusions so quickly. They don't even give it a chance to play out. And then they're left wondering in the end. So, I mean, your life is yours. A person can only do things that they can control. But the thing is, when you go on semen retention, your superior self will transcend itself into reality, and you'll be in deep connection with the Most High. So He'll give you insight about what you need to do in your life to make it how you really want it to be. So there's no real reason to be worried about anything, because eventually you'll get yours. You'll get what you deserve if you've been putting in the work, if you have belief, and if you're actually doing things that you need to be doing. But if the people who don't, they won't get anything. It's called the cause and effect. If you put nothing in, you'll get nothing out. But if you put a lot in, eventually you'll reap a lot of reward. Cause and effect. 2 years from now, if you've been putting the work in today, you're gonna see some results. But if you've just been living your life in a clockwork type of locomotion, then I mean, you're not really gonna get anything different, and you'll be stuck wondering why your life is still the same that it was 2 or 3 years ago. But we'll see what happens. So I mean, you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.